his way around the NBA, but this last season with Dallas, he may have found his niche in this league.
That's a great point, Kevin. A guy who can give you a lot of things, rebounding, defense, hustle points, but he's already played on a number of teams in his young career because he's still trying to, as you put it, find that niche. Maybe he's finally developed who he is.
And stolen by Nowitzki. Barea kicks to Pachulia. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one. And Zaza Pachulia, for my money, has been one of the toughest players in the league. He's got a boxer's mentality. Even his face looks a little bit like a boxer's. He doesn't have the quick twitch muscles of some guys, but his power and effort consistently stand out.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Nene's checked in. Matthews with the steal. Fast break, Dallas. And Parsons gets it to go.
Yeah, off to a strong start here early. 6 points off second chance buckets.
Yeah, and you know what, Greg? You like their effort level here in the early going. I mean, they're really making things happen for themselves.
Taken away by Nene. And Matthews throws it down.
He couldn't have dreamed of a much better start here than they've had today.
I think the offensive game plan they came in with was right on point. It's worked perfectly, and the lead they already have is proof in the pudding.
Lillard from outside. Off the mark. His first miss of the game. 1 for 2. The shot by Nene. No good. Talking about Jaja's toughness, it's one of the reasons he has such a high rebounds per minute average over his career. And defending on the blocks, he's almost unmovable.
He really, you know what, Coach Kidd loves Jaja. Even started him over John Henson by the end of the season. I mean, he's always willing to trade body blows down low and certainly wins his fair share of those battles. But that would have been lucky had it fallen. Poor shot selection.
Yeah, look at the coach's face and the expression. It says all over it, are you kidding me?
Shot's good.
A good open look, and he splashes home the 3.
And Nowitzki with the stuff.
And a huge lead here early to start.
Well, you know, right from the tip, there's not anything they haven't done well so far.
They grab their own miss. Here's Plumlee. And that one falls, coming off of Davis's feed.
And a sharp pass to set up that high percentage shot in close.
And Nowitzki with the stuff.
Kevin, I tell you what, when he gets to the rim like that, he's really hard to stop.
Yeah, he can get up a few notches higher, there's no doubt.
And that's how the game is played on the inside. You can play over the top. You've got a great advantage.
Here's Barea. Portland grabs the miss. Plumlee's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. And yes, sir, that one drops.
Easy to see who's going to win that race.
Yeah, early offense is often easy offense. Excellent work that time.
And the basket by Nowitzki.
And loving the hustle here early. I mean, they struck first on the offensive glass.
And those putback baskets contributing to their lead, Greg.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
And the Mavericks call time here.
Yeah, it looks like he saw some things out there that need to be adjusted, and it's going to take a break here and talk it over.
Hey, you know, coaches sometimes need a break in the action to rethink and retool a bit. Anytime you're in that situation, it makes sense to use the timeout.
From deep, William. Oh, he hits it. How about that shot?
Big time, big time.
And after just 1 quarter of play, a double-digit differential on the scoreboard. Mavericks lead by 16. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. Thanks for joining us in this Thanksgiving presentation of the NBA. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Mavericks.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
They're crashing the offensive glass hard, too. I mean, they've dropped in several second-chance baskets.
Here are the 5 Portland has to start the second quarter. Lillard at the point with C.J. McCollum playing the 2. Chris came in out there with Myers Leonard. And it's Harkless in the small forward position.
Well, Portland had another strong season against the rest of the West. Ended up with a record of 31-21 in the conference. And that was good enough to earn them the 4th spot in the West.
Harkless with the steal. And there's McCollum. That's good on the assist by Lillard.
It's got to be nice for them to know that game in and game out, his offense is going to be there for him.
Felton attacking. The 9-footers on the mark.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists.
Passes it to McCollum. From 7. Second chance shot. And Leonard with the lay-in. Leonard's got his second basket of the game.
Guys, he's actually indefatigable. He never gives in, never gives up on a play, and that's what it takes to be a great offensive rebounder. You've got to be relentless.
The Trailblazers shooting their first free throws of the game.
And they had a lot of success a season ago as a team, hitting about 80% of their free throws.
Yeah, they had the kind of success from the line that would make any coach breathe a sigh of relief, guys.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Dirk Nowitzki, he's checked in for Lee. Chandler Parsons comes in for Shabazz Muhammad. Matthews, he's checked in for Raymond Felton. And Barea subbed in for Darren Williams. And it's Nowitzki penetrating. And it's Dallas with another.
Didn't have any problem knocking that one down. Another defensive lapse leading to 2 more.
One-on-one here. Here's McCollum. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Hey, guys, C.J. McCollum is a scoring-minded combo guard out of Lehigh. Was taken with the 10th pick back in 2013 and still looking to make a big impact in the NBA.
Powell, he's checked in for Pachulia. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Plumlee's checked in. Stolen by McCollum. Picked him clean. Now here's Barea. He's guarded by Plumlee. Now McCollum has struggled with injury. He's broken a bone in each of the last 3 seasons dating back to college at Lehigh.
Yeah, and if he can stay healthy, I think he's got a bright future. He had a broken finger last season, and he broke his foot twice in the seasons prior, Kevin, just to embellish the injury situation. But he's got some ability.
It's tipped. Here's Nowitzki. The shot is off. And the Trailblazers going the other way. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Suns. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. And Matthews kicks to Nowitzki. And down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
Here's McCollum. And he gets it to go from the high post. McCollum's got 6 points in the quarter.
I really like the fact that he's getting the touches he needs here after not scoring a single point in that first quarter.
Nowitzki, good.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Pass to Aminu. Fast break, Dallas. Throws it up high.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at either end, steals, fast break buckets, and the other team scrambling to find its game.
Great point. I mean, that aggression has allowed them to just create a lot of havoc, and boy, are they taking advantage.
The big change last year for the Mavs came when they traded for Rajon Rondo. It looked to be the missing piece for him, Clark, but boy, it just never seemed to come together.
You just don't know. Trades are always risky. You don't know how they're going to work out, and I give credit to ownership for talking to the players to see what they thought about the trade before they actually made the deal.
Dallas calls timeout.
And things just didn't really work out with Rondo here with the Mavs. Missed a lot of games and at times clashed with that coaching staff.
Nene, he's checked in for Dallas. Dallas leading by 18.
And, you know, they said it was the injury, but you have to suspect the Mavs just shut him down in the playoffs. They took a big swing and missed with Rondo in acquiring him, but I think you have to give them credit for at least taking the risk.
And Davis puts it in.
Yeah, heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket. And really, he's just done a great job of finding the open man every trip down.
Boy, it sure has seemed as though he's done it every time. It's been an awesome display of passing for him today.
Nobody near Parsons. Kept alive. Matthews, no one around him. The three-pointer, no good. Aminu misses.
And another miss. Ooh, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. Parsons passes to Nene. Now, here's Aminu. Defense is right there. And that's a foul called on J.J. Barea. That is his first foul of the game. There's a minute left here in the second. They double him with Nene. Lillard dishes to Davis. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Mavericks leading by 18. Here's Barea. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it. The Trailblazers shooting under 40% all in all for the game. And they double up Davis. There's the bucket. Good.
They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid dividends.
And with as many points as they've gotten in the paint, you know, they haven't had to do much work on the perimeter.
Barea kicks to Parsons. Here's Powell. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Powell's got 4 this quarter. Lillard outside. And Lillard gets double-teamed. Stolen by Nene. And Barea with the basket on the assist by Nene. Barea's got 6.
And a great job of taking advantage of the steal there to get those easy ones in transition.
You know, that's exactly how you draw it up, Greg, on the board. I mean, good defensive work, aggressive play in the open court. Those two things are hand in glove when they work together.
Dallas calls timeout.
Yeah, maybe a change of the game plan right now, looking at some different sets because of the matchups.
Yeah, I agree with you because they're looking to tweak things to maybe get those matchups working in their favor.
Got it up. And it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline. And so a pretty
J.J. Barea. Timeout charge to Dallas.
Welcome back, everyone. We're ready to get going again as this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports continues. Players are topped off with Gatorade, hydrated, and ready to get going again as well. Dirk Nowitzki having a dominant impact in this game.
I tell you what, it's a pleasure to watch him when he's at the helm, because of that first half, offensively, he was in a zone.
It sure is a treat to watch him, guys. I mean, everything's been running through him, and he's doing a fantastic job keeping the offense clicking on all cylinders.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. On the floor for Dallas, Parsons and Dirk are in at the forward spots. Matthews out there with Williams, and it's Pachulia in at the 5. Nobody near Williams. Another 3 for Dallas.
Nothing but money for them to start the half. They've made all 3 of their shot attempts.
And guys, it's been a slow decline for Darren Williams the last few seasons. Once considered an elite point guard, he just doesn't have that stature any longer. Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
And he gets the bucket. And that's now 8 points for C.J. McCollum.
Maybe with that, the lid on this basket will be lifted for him.
Williams passes to Nowitzki. Offensive rebound, Mavericks. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Nowitzki can't get that one to fall. For Portland, they've gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break.
No doubt about it. He has done a ton to help his team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this one.
A different look for Dallas. Muhammad comes in for Chandler Parsons. And it's Felton in for Matthews. Here's Williams. The layup missed.
Excellent. Really solid job, actually, by the defense to get in his way as he was going up for that one.
And he has slipped into a funk, Clark. You can see the confidence is shaken.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, he's very much deflated. The basket looks a lot smaller to him at this point, and the only way you can get out of it.
Look at that jam. Wow. I mean, just beautiful.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it, too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
Right wing. Near the three-point line, it's McCollum. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard.
And you know what? He's shaking off the cold shooting performance from the first half.
Seems every season, Clark, you hear the same thing. Portland Trailblazers had to deal with some tough injuries.
Kevin, it appears as though it might actually be a curse. I don't like to use that word, but the history of this team and injuries is as unique as any in the league. Last year, no different.
And with the Blazers and injuries, even when they fought through pain, guys weren't at 100%. Aldridge wasn't quite the same with his hand injury.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Davis is checked in for Plumlee. And Krabs subbed in for Al-Farouq Aminu. Here's Leonard. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Kicks it to Nowitzki. Feeds to Williams. Back to Nowitzki. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
And losing Matthews for the season was huge too, guys. I mean, every team goes through injury woes and bumps during the course of the season, but the Blazers just seem to be, at least in the last half dozen years or so, hit very hard every year.
Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Nowitzki's got 11 in the second half.
I don't think they can ask much more of him than what he's done this quarter.
Outside, Williams takes a three, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Nowitzki. Nowitzki's got 4 assists in the game. McCollum dishes to Lillard. Shot to stop the run. Got a piece of it. Nowitzki outside. From deep. And Davis pulls it down.
Boy, but he was close, Kevin, to making the defense pay for lackadaisical coverage there.
Yeah, you may not be as lucky next time down if you're the defense. You cannot allow him to get those kinds of looks.
Nene, he's checked in for Dirk Nowitzki. And then for the Trailblazers, Kaman comes in for Myers Leonard. And Harkless is subbed in for Damian Lillard.
One thing about Ed Davis, guys, he has the physical tools to succeed. The agility of a gazelle and the wingspan of a condor or pterodactyl.
Portland's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Crabbe kicks to Kaman, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
Heads up play there, guys, on the assist and the finish.
Here are the Mavericks now. They're on a 13-4 run right now. Offensive rebound. Felton kicks to Muhammad. Pachulia with it, and Kaman picks him up defensively. Don't usually see him shooting the three. Muhammad's got 5.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
What a tremendous feed from Williams. Great awareness.
Here's Crabbe. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. It's on Nene.
Well, you know, the Mavs made the playoffs last season, but they really had a hard time against the rest of the Western Conference contenders, in part because they struggled defensively. Offensively, they were pretty good, but they didn't quite come up with enough stops when they needed them.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. David Lee's checked in for Pachulia. Parsons comes in for Shabazz Muhammad. Wesley Matthews checked in for Raymond Felton. And Barea subbed in for Williams.
The shooting percentage continues to elevate here in the second half.
Well, as a group, they've been harmonic since the break. In sync. Good team basketball, resulting in high-quality shots.
The shot by Nene, no good.
Nice effort on the alley-oop, but probably not a good choice.
Yeah, it looked good initially, but then broke down just as quickly.
And that's how the coach would draw it up on the fast break from start.
And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. Mavericks ahead, just dominating this one. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. Looking at Portland, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Magic. On the court for the Trailblazers, Chris came in out there with Alexander. Then there's Mo Harkless. Then there's Brian Roberts.
Just not enough bodies on the glass right there, and they paid for it.
Well, Greg, I know you're a little guy, but you know what it means to box out, and it's an effort thing and a mindset deal. You got to get your body between that other player and the ball.
Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for Dallas.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
And the other thing they've done since the beginning of this game is score.
Look out, and then you throw him stuff like that. You go, oh my, how does it even go in? He pulls a Houdini.
Oh, goodness.
Trailblazers moving the ball around. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Parsons for 3. And the miss by Parsons.
If he can improve on what's been a shaky day for him thus far, they could stretch this lead out.
The shot by Harkless, no good.
You know, they're not totally dominating the glass, but they're definitely doing enough to keep this lead right where it is.
Yeah, but they've separated themselves, Clark, in a number of categories, rebounds just being one of them. And I love the fact that he didn't have to slow down or adjust there. The pass was just timed perfectly.
Parsons for three. It's good. Great play set up by Barea. And that's 11 points for Chandler Parsons. To the middle. Here's Alexander. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
You know, I think anytime the shot comes from that range, the offense has done its job and done it well.
But they'll get another chance. There's the dish to Powell. Parsons, the open look. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. The Trailblazers have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. From the corner. And Portland again with the bucket.
You know, not necessarily what you're looking for, but still able to convert.
Parsons on the wing. Fires the three. And he gets it to go. Parsons got 11 in the second half.
They're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results right now.
You're right. 3 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And it's Harris off the drive. And Parsons hits again from deep. Parsons got 19 points.
This looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
I don't know. There might be more defense in the warm-ups. Right now, these are just shooting game shots.
From past the arc, another three for Dallas.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
Well, the defense just hasn't pressed up to deny any of those looks, guys. I mean, they're hanging back and getting picked apart.
The shot by Roberts, no good.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
You know, give them credit for still battling here down the stretch, but I think it's too little too late.
Simply delaying the inevitable here, Greg. I mean, at this point, even if they miss the free throws, there's not enough time left.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Dirk Nowitzki, he's checked in for Powell. Muhammad comes in for Parsons. And it's Felton in for J.J. Barea. Mavericks making a switch here. Parsons is checked in. Here's Nowitzki. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And how about last year? Dirk Nowitzki jumping to 7th all-time in scoring. I mean, passing the great Moses Malone for that spot, and he surely will keep climbing this season.
Gerald Henderson, he's checked in for Portland. Damian Lillard comes in for Brian Roberts. And it's Kaman missing.
You know, so many games are decided by which team wins the rebound battle, and that's held true in this one so far.
And Clark, their effort on the glass has given them the advantage, but it's also been the effort in general that's made a difference.
And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
Strong work for him at the offensive end, helping them to maintain that lead.
Well, with Nowitzki passing Malone and the scoring is great. We're just talking about Clark. You know, this is a guy that obviously has Hall of Fame written all over.
No question about it. First ballot in my mind. And he's got a game that stands the test of time because it's not predicated on athleticism. It's all skill-based.
Dirk Nowitzki, what can you say? Future Hall of Famer. Too many accolades to list. But most important, NBA champion and Greg Finals MVP in 2011.
Yeah, and Kevin, history has proven time and time again, you really need a future Hall of Famer on your team to win a championship. Just look at all the teams that have won the title through the years.
Corner shot.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court.
All you have to do is point to their turnovers this quarter. There's a reason the scoreboard looks like it does.
That's been the culprit, the turnovers. I mean, TOs, those kinds of mistakes have really kind of drained their confidence to this point.
Here's Alexander. And that's going to be a turnover. They call him for 8 seconds.
With that basket, it's now 6 points off of their giveaways this quarter.
They need to clean it up offensively if they're going to have any chance to get back into this one. Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Dallas.
And they could do no wrong today, Steve. That's right. This was a team performing to its Clark fullest capability.
Yeah, and a very satisfying win for them, too. A game to remember, and on the other side, definitely one you want to forget as soon as possible.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season.
And what a huge standout performance it was for Dirk Nowitzki. Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
Parsons on the wing. For the 3. Good.
The fans are just loving what's going on here tonight. A really good win for the home team.
It sure is. I mean, they kept this crowd in the game, gave them plenty to cheer about, and really used that home court advantage to their advantage.
.41 seconds left in the game. Offline with his 3.
He certainly didn't take advantage of the poor defense, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
I tell you what, I think he'd be happy if he can continue to get looks like that. You can't afford to be playing that loose right now.
Definitely not. I mean, things have to be tight. You want to be playing smart, high-level basketball. You don't want to be brain fading right now.
Here's Powell. Here's Lee. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
He was the first one to react to that miss. Excellent anticipation on his part. A hustle play on the putback by him.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
And a foolish play. He's got to be thinking out there.
Which he clearly wasn't on that play. Or maybe he was thinking just about something other than basketball.
Well, speaking of thinking, back home, guys, we call that a good old-fashioned brain freeze.
Boy, he shows a lot of desire when he's fighting for that tough board. And his length doesn't hurt either.
And there's the 8-second call as they can't get it across half court in time.
Clearly a mental lapse at an inopportune time.
Yeah, that's a terrible mistake, Greg, to make it any time. But it's really exacerbated when you make it at this time.
Muhammad missed. So we see the Mavericks taking the win here. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly. And Clark, the other, just searching for answers that they could never find.
Well, I think these fans, too, Kevin, gave their team a tremendous lift. I mean, they never gave up on them. From the opening tip until the end of the game, they were in it. And that certainly helped this crew get to the W.
And that'll do it, folks. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching. And now to our good friend Ernie Johnson, who is standing by in the studio.